Good evening and welcome to our fundraiser. For those of you who don't know what our little fundraiser is all about, we've had a small disaster back at the convent. You see, sometime last week, our cook, Sister Julia, served some vichyssoise soup, and nearly every sister died of botulism.
It was kind of like the Last Supper. That's a little convent humor for you all.
Why, we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the fact that we were off playing bingo with some Maryknolls.
I still say Mother Superior cheated.
Calm down, Sister Hubert. The point is, when we got back to the convent, we found 52 of our sisters lying face down in the soup.
Unfortunately, we only had enough money to bury 48 out of 52 dead sisters. We had to put the last 4 sisters in the freezer.
And Sister Julia is having a fit about that. So that is why we are putting on this little show.
And here are our sisters. Sister Mary Leo, Sister Robert Ann.
Hey, this is Sister Mary Amnesia.
We call her Sister Mary Amnesia because after a freak accident with a falling crucifix, she can't remember her name.
Sister Mary Leo, are you ready for your dance?
I guess. It could have been much more, but Reverend Mother wouldn't let me wear a tutu.
Now you know how Reverend Mother feels about the traditional habit.
If God wanted everyone to look like people,
He wouldn't have invented nuns.
But when I entered the convent, I dedicated my life to God through the dance. If I can't wear a tutu, I'll never become a famous ballerina.
Sister, I am appalled! Show some respect.
Oh, cool your jets, Rev. Listen, that was part of a special surprise I got for you. When you put the show together, I realized that you haven't put a spot for me in the show, so I've been working on a special
Sister Robert Ann, you are the understudy. Do you realize what a great honor and responsibility this is?
Yes, you must be ready at moment's notice in case an emergency shall arise.
Good, now let's get Amnesia ready for her bit.
Sister Amnesia, where are you going?
I was just going with her.
Oh. Go ahead, Amnesia.
Hi, my name is Sister Mary. For a minute there, I thought I remembered my real name. Anyways, I'm here to tell you what a nun means to me. Can you hear me in the back? Good. Reverend Mother tells me that if I make a good speech, one of you wants to join our order.
No pressure.
Sister Hubert, please do not let this affect your generosity this evening.
Really, we've got to get those girls out of the freezer. We never know when the health inspector might be coming around.
Did I miss something?
Just the boat, dear.
Oh, but we don't have a boat. Sister drove the car.
I was just saying that we don't know when the health inspector might be coming around.
He came yesterday.
What?
What?
What do you mean he came yesterday? You were here practicing with us all afternoon.
He called.
What? Oh, this is terrible.
Sister, why didn't you tell me earlier?
I forgot.
Well, what did he say, Amnesia? Well?
Oh yeah. See this.
We've got to clean out the freezer by tomorrow morning.
Cause the Jersey Board of Health has set the final warning. They're not buying our line and dead nuns. Rise and shine, we must comply or face a fine. To clean out the freezer cause they know we're the ones that refuse to start defrosting those poor blue nuns. The time has come to send them off to their reward and let them drink the Lord. Heaven awaits, so pack them in crates and tell St. Peter they'll be at those pearly gates and tell them these are nuns on ice that we are certain didn't sin, and we'd be very grateful if you let them come in. We've got to clean out the freezer by tomorrow morning. Someone holler to Gabriel to blow his horn. When the saints go marching to that heavenly door, tell them there's gonna be 4 more. We've got to clean out the freezer and defrost the dead because the Jersey Board of Health is claiming they were misled and they're not buying our live and dead nuns. Rise and shine, we must bury them instead. They're not buying our line. Nuns, rise and shine. We must bury
credits. So next we have a scene from Guys and Dolls. If you're not familiar with it, it is, well, for the purposes of our scene, we have Adelaide, who has a chronic cold and has been engaged for like 8 years. She has told her mother that she has been married for 5. She is going to have a conversation with Sarah, who has recently found out that her boyfriend is a little bit of an unsavory character. And this is the two women's first meeting and kind of how they discuss that situation. That's a big one. Take it off. That's the medium one. Sorry, Lights up.
Oh, hello.
Good evening.
It's Adelaide, your well-known fiance.
Oh yes, when are you getting married?
Welcome, never.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't even come close enough to a church to be left at it. Gee, what'll ever tell my mother?
Oh, she'll understand. Just tell her your engagement is broken.
I'm afraid that might confuse her. Maybe I'll tell her Nathan is dead, then see to it.
Oh, don't have hate in your heart, Miss Adelaide. Try to be forgiving and understanding. And the Bible tells us in Isaiah.
Got a boyfriend named Isaiah, huh?
Isaiah was an ancient prophet.
Don't tell me. No one cries over like that over an old guy. Whoever it is, you got it bad. You know, the other night when I saw you with Sky Masterson. Oh, no, not Sky. You're not called the Sky. You poor thing.
I thought I hated him.
I thought I hated Nathan. I still think I hate him. That's love.
Can men like Sky ever change?
For 14 years I've tried to change Nathan. I sat and wondered how he would be if he were different.
I thought that way about Sky too.
I sat and pictured Nathan by the hour. Nathan, my Nathan, a little home in the country. Happy, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Wouldn't it? If only Sky could.
But it'll never happen. They can never change.
You know, I saw gamblers at my prayer meeting the other night, and they acted as though they could have changed.
That doesn't mean, wait a minute, gamblers? At your prayer meeting? Was Nathan Detroit there?
I think I heard that name.
You darling little fella.
I think so.
How do you like that rat? Just when you should have been lying, he's telling the truth. Oh, I'm glad I'm through with him. You ought to be glad you're through with Sky, too.
I am.
What, are we crazy or something? Marry the man today. Trouble though he may be. Much as he likes to play. Crazy, wild and free. Marry the man today. Rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways tomorrow.
Marry the man today.
Marry the man today.
Maybe he's leaving town.
Maybe he's leaving town.
Don't let him get away.
Don't let him get away.
Hurry, I'm trying to
Counterattack and marry the man today. Give the girlish laughter.
Give your hand today. Sing the fist for after.
Slowly introduce him to the better things. Respectable, conservative, and clean.
Reader's Digest.
Lombardo.
Rhapsody.
Golf.
Galoshes.
Ovaltine. Let's marry the man today. Handle him meek and gently. Marry the man today and train him subsequently.
Fully introduce him to domestic life. And if he ever tries to stray from you, have a pot roast.
Have a headache.
Have a baby.
Have 2, 6, 9.
Stop.
Marry the man today. Rapid and sigh and sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways and change his ways. And change his ways. Tomorrow.
So next we have, we worked they brought in one solo, and we picked a solo piece for them that was on opposite. So if they did a ballad, we picked them an up-tempo, and vice versa. And they were given the option to do their solo. So our first girl who's going to do it is Jessica, and she will be singing "No One Is Alone" from Into the Woods. Our next scene is from She Loves Me. This is a story about Amalia and Alona, who will be played by Rebecca, who's on her way out. They work in a perfumery together in Europe, and they are co-workers. Amalia is in love, deeply, deeply in love, with a man she has met all through letters. She's never seen him, she doesn't know what he looks like, and she doesn't know his name. Ritter does not know that, or Alona does not know this information. And a piece of information on Alona is she is desperate for a boyfriend, for a good boyfriend. So this is the dynamic between their friendship in the workroom. Lights up.
This is fun. I love Christmas wrapping.
It's certainly a pleasant change. You know, for the last month, I've done practically nothing but wrap those darn tubes of Mona Lisa.
Well, why do you care? You're in love with some nice, eligible young man. Tell me, what's he like? I love to suffer.
Well,
Is he tall?
so-so.
So 6 feet? So 5 feet?
I never measured.
Color of hair? Color of eyes?
Oh, sandy hair, not really light, not really dark.
And the eyes?
Bluish, greenish,
Brownish?
a little.
Is he handsome?
It's hard to tell. I mean, sometimes he is, and then again, sometimes he's not.
Well built?
Oh, average.
Would you like a piece of advice? Don't lose him in a crowd.
Why am I such an unconvincing liar? The fact is, I've never met him. Ever, really.
Never?
That's why I don't know if he's tall, wide, short, narrow, pink, or green, or even what his name is.
You mean all this fuss is just for a blind date? My goodness, you're even more desperate than I am.
It's not a blind date. I know him.
How?
Letters. Many letters.
You belong to a Lonely Hearts Club?
I've never done that sort of thing. I used to read the advertisements in the papers.
Who hasn't? Young man wants young lady. Young lady wants young man.
I never paid attention to them until one day I saw his advertisement. Even then, I tried not to answer it, but it kept calling out to me.
He could be 75.
The advertisement said young man.
You haven't even asked for a photograph.
strike the workroom. Next we have Jolene with her solo piece. It is from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. She's playing the role of Sally Brown.
It's like a guarantee, my new philosophy, and things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Yeah, now it's free and easy, much more philosophy with my present, and that's my new philosophy.
Grab your chairs. This next piece is a tap piece from 42nd Street. We had a couple who have had a little bit of tap, but we had several who have never had tap shoes on in their life. So I'm very proud of their work on this number. I will get the plaque.
If you've a melancholy case of the blues, I've got a remedy for you. If you've been out so rhythm down in your shoes, then I'll take your point of view. If you've been singing a sad and blue song, go into your dip. Until you learn how to sing a new song, go into your dip. No raining, learn how to smile, and if it's raining, dance in the rain a while. Put off your sorrow until tomorrow, go into your dip. To get a job in a Broadway chorus, go into your dance. Just touch yourself and they can't ignore us. Go into your dance. It's a two-step, give it a smile, and it's a new step. Step in the rain a while. Around again, I can be a winner. Just give me a chance. Shake your shoes and go into your dance.
Everybody do ditch your tap shoes. Next is Hannah Solo. She is doing a piece from Music Man called My White Rose.
My voice night, better than
go ahead and help us set up for Maine, please. Our next scene is from Maine. It is with Jessica and Rebecca. Rebecca is playing Maine and Jessica is playing Vera. They are very good, dear old friends, but they have a very special way of communicating with one another, and that is what this scene is about. So I get that little reference. Writing with yellow paint there. Perfect. Do you have your glasses? One more property. Lights up.
Oh, literature. Literature. Oh, you know, Vera, I might even let myself go prematurely gray.
Oh, May, do you ever forgive me?
Forgive you, dear. For what?
Oh, I've had regrets. I've lost many a beauty sleep, tossing and turning because I was so cruel to you. That terrible time in New Haven.
You've lost beauty sleep? It hardly shows.
Well, the point is that we forgive each other. Let's drink to celebrate our reconciliation.
Oh, I can't. I've sworn off.
That's a good idea.
It's such a good idea. Let's drink to it!
It's like old times.
Friendship like ours is very rare.
What's the female equivalent to Damon and Pythias?
Daphnis and Chloe?
I think one of them was a fella.
Well, the good thing about our friendship is that we can say anything to each other.
Absolutely anything. Just be careful what you say. We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you. If I say that your tongue is vicious,
If I call you uncouth,
it's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy would sit down and tell you the truth? Though now and again I'm aware that my candid opinion may sting.
though now I'm aware my frank observation might scald, I've been meaning to tell you for years you should keep your hair natural like mine.
If I kept my hair natural like yours, I'd be bald. But darling, we'll always be dear companions, my crony,
My mate!
we'll always be harmonizing. Orphan Annie and Sandy.
Like Amos and Andy.
If I say that your sense of style's as far off as your youth, it's simply that.
Who else but a bosom buddy will tell you the whole stinking truth?
For Millie. Our next scene is from Thoroughly Modern Millie. We have Lauren, who is playing Millie. She is been in New York for a while. She has come from Kansas. She doesn't have much money, and she is looking to get there where she has lots of money and is very successful. And then we have this Dorothy, played by Hannah, who is essentially the opposite. And this is their meeting and how they react to it. Lights up.
Excuse me, I'd like to inquire about the room for rent.
Well, you're out of luck. There's one room available, and it's mine. So unless you want a roommate.
My very first poor person.
Hey, I'm broke, not poor.
There's a difference?
And how? Poor sounds permanent, broke can be fixed. I've planned so far ahead of its time, it's almost too bold, too daring, too new woman.
You're frightening me.
Yeah, then this'll straighten your curls. I'm gonna marry my boss.
When?
I don't know. I haven't got one yet.
Surely you believe that love.
Has nothing to do with it. Don't you read Vogue? This month's issue clearly states that modern marriage is a business arrangement.
Where will you find him?
The classifieds. I've interviewed boss after boss, but so far, married, engaged, married, single, and I can see why.
Don't you read the tabloids? I find they really captured a flavor that the huddled masses.
Manhattan's most eligible bachelors.
The movers and shakers that make Manhattan tick. All need wives.
And one of whom must need a stenoff. Look, you need a room, I need the rent. I guess we could room, or neither two that is. It's a single bed, so you take the floor.
Give me the meat, behold the gravy, bring on the pearl, pinching pennies, clipping coupons, see a brand new world unfurl. Left me brown bag, all my lunches, try my hand at pan cuisine, a furlent's crust, I long to pass. How the other half lives, no 14 karat brown knees, both knees, fair weather friends. I'm on the soulmate, stormy weather friends. Pour me the milk, behold the honey, bring on those honey bunny wolves. Thankful by Robbie Peter, laid away to buy my clothes. Summer on the Isle of Coney, runs her in-house kitchenette. Bring my pals to rake and file. How the other half lives poor. Not me, honey, I don't want those money woes. I'll marry Paul or Dave or Rob or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks Fifth Avenue, Bergdorf Goodman too. View plus you know who. How the other half lives. I'm on my way up. I'm all the way down.
It's a good thing we met in the middle. Pour me the milk, not me. Honey, I don't want those money woes. I'll marry Paul or Dave or Rob or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks on Fifth Avenue. Bergdorf Goodman too. Oh, wow, so true. So I can live like the other half. Some help with the blocks. Next we have Rebecca with her solo piece from Gypsy. She will be singing Some People.
Goodbye to blueberry pie. Good riddance to all the socials I had to go to, all the lodges I had to play, all the Shriners I said hello to. Hey, LA, I'm coming your way. Some people sit on their butts, got the dream, yeah, but not the guts. That's living for some people, for some humdrum people, I suppose. Well, they can stay and rot, but not rose.
Next is our last duet scene. It is from Little Women. It's with Jolene and Jessica. Jessica is playing Jo, the sister who has moved off to New York to become a writer, and her favorite sister Beth, who at this moment is extremely ill, and this is a moment between the two of them. Lights up.
Oh, isn't it all so beautiful? The ocean, the waves, and look at all the shells.
Why, I believe this one's 1,000 years old, Beth. Listen.
It's a miracle.
No, you're a miracle. Remember how we always dreamed of coming to Cape Cod?
Yes, and now you with your Be Literary have brought us.
And look what I bought.
What on earth?
It's a kite for my sister Beth. I told the man I wanted every color of the rainbow, just for you.
So pretty.
Well, Beth, our dream has come true. Here we are, you, the ocean, me. It's a perfect day.
Joe, tell me again about New York.
New York? It's a circus.
A circus?
With clowns on every corner, and waltzing camels and dancing horses, sometimes right on the street. But oh, the museums, Beth. And the theaters everywhere.
And women, are they shameless?
Well, some of them anyway. It's an amazing place, Beth. So full of life. Just like you. I'll take you there someday.
What would I do in New York?
We would dine in the best restaurants and see Shakespeare and ride the omnibus. And maybe we'd mingle with unsavory characters.
Joe, I want you to have a show. I believe once upon a time it had a life, an amazing life, and you brought it back to it. And it even talks to you when you listen, or when you put it to your ear.
What does it say?
It says, we grow up too fast. Joe, you're a woman of the world now, and I'm so proud of you.
When you were first born, not an hour old, I told Marmee.
Beth is mine.
Everyone has someone special in the world. And I have you, my sweet Beth. Give me a task to do. We'll climb high beyond the break of day.
Sleep on stardust and dine on into moon.
You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be mad
And explore. We'll be glad. Aloft on the breeze. Start a boat. Sail on with ease. Pass the days, doing only as we please. That's what living is for. Can I tell you a secret? I know I never make plans about what I do when I grow, and I'm not afraid to die. The hardest part, Joe, is being young.
I won't let that happen. You'll get better. Will.
Some things are meant to be. The tide turning endlessly. The way it takes hold of me. No matter what I do, and it will never end. I'll stay in your heart. I
And so we don't end you on a sad note. We have a nice last mashup of two fun songs, one from Hairspray and one from Little Shop of Horrors.